Ladies and gentlemen, I made 7,500 day trading gold. In this video, you're going to be watching the live trade play out. You're also going to be seeing the strategy that I use to execute this trade and the process I use to also actively manage the trade in order to protect my capital and also to protect my profits as well. What I want you to focus on is not the $7,500 that was made, but simply the process that I used in order to get that as an outcome. Because I believe that if you're going to be a consistently profitable trader, you have to focus on the execution and not the outcome. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I'm currently in this trade and I executed this gold trade based on my accumulation and distribution trading strategy. And right now what we can see is the trade is up 3.5 grand. So we're on the 1 minute time frame. If we go over to the higher time frame, I'll tell you what I am essentially targeting. And let's start over at the daily time frame here. So there's a lot of lines on my charts, but ideally, what I'm looking for is for gold to trade down to 1855. It is 1041. Normally, I'm not doing much, trading at this point in time, but I saw that we've been consolidating the entirety of the New York session. So there's still some expectation on my half in today's trading session. So right now my trade was executed and I have a 30 pip stop loss. So if we go back to the 1 minute time frame, we can kind of see where we're currently at right now. So about 30 pips in terms of my stop loss. Executed my trade as price traded into the accumulation level, right? So I guess some of you can call this sniper entry, or not. You might say sniper entry is right here, but when you're following a strategy that is profitable, or a strategy that you understand, you have to wait for the noise to fade out first before you get involved in the trade. And one of the things that I talk about particularly in my accumulation and distribution video, if you've watched that video and if you've watched a few of my trades where I actually make money from gold, a lot of the time it's based off of this strategy. I have other trading strategies that I use in gold, but when I am looking to execute a trade and I see the strategy, this is generally, my bread and butter, because what it represents in the market, guys, is a lot of accumulation in the market, a lot of orders coming to the market, and these orders are waiting to be distributed. So my job as a trader is to identify a possible area that price can be reaching for, maybe a liquidity point, maybe a high, maybe a low that price could potentially target. So when the market does that, what I look to do in terms of like price action is look to go over to the lower time frame where I can find a reason to get involved in the trade. And knowing that there's still a lot of downwards movement available for gold and seeing this accumulation here, waited for price to break out of this level and for the market to trade back into this level. That gave me enough confirmation saying, hey, Emmanuel, you should get involved in the trade. So right now, as you can see on this trade, it's up almost 4 grand right now. And I've literally been in this trade for probably no more than 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I got involved in this trade, at this candlestick right here. So that's 1 minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, right? So 10 minutes, obviously my lot size about like 10. So as of right now, it's just a matter of watching the trade and letting things play out exactly how they should. Price is up about 38 pips, so I can technically close half my position, move my stop loss to break even here, and so I'm gonna look to do something like that where I take about 2 grand off the table, and yeah, so I'm gonna go on my phone and I'm going to close half my position. Okay, that's fine. So right now I've secured about $1,600 in terms of profit. As you can see here, it's changed up a little bit, and now I'm just gonna move my stop loss to break even. You got to pay yourself, guys, because this is it. So now if the market plays out in my favor, great. If price doesn't play out in my favor or comes and stop me out, so I've paid myself for today's trading day essentially, and to me that's worth it. Some days in the market you're gonna come in, you're gonna lose. right? Some days you're going to come in, you're going to win. And winning and losing and trading is not the focus. You have to focus on the process. Okay, so if price does break above this high, I'm going to look to get out of the trade. If price continues moving lower, hey, I'm going to stick around for a little bit. You know, it might be worth my time. But traders, I want to tell you this. You know, for years, I lost money in the market, more money than I would like to lose. And, you know, but the reality is I always believed that one day it would be my day, be able to make something happen. I'll be able to sit at home, work for myself, take care of my family, take care of my, you know, my friends and the people around me. And that was always, you know, my driving factor, because there were times where it was so tough and things were so difficult that I didn't know if I would make it, you know, in this game. And I'm not saying I've made it in this game, but by my own right, I am proud of being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, essentially. And that's my advice to you, you know, because there were many times where I wanted to quit in this game, and there were many times where I didn't believe, and I just felt like, you know, this, if it was going to happen, it would have already happened. Right? Because I've been in my journey now for 8 years, and, you know, I've had some ups and I've had some downs, but I kept believing, I kept working towards my goals, and I kept dreaming. So right now, what I'm going to do in this trade, I always talk about trade management. So I'm going to, 1 second, that's my dishwasher. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. And yeah, but going back to what I was saying earlier is, you know, I kept believing, you know, I kept believing in myself. I kept working towards my goals, and in the darkest of the dark, I essentially had dreams in the midst of nightmares, you know, in times where I was losing money. You know, I ran up my credit card because, you know, like, it's like trading. Like, I don't have any rich parents, you know, or anybody who's gonna, you know, funding my pipe dream at the time. So it's like everything, you know, I ran up my credit card and, you know, deposited money, the money that I would make for my job. You know, I would just, okay, try to build an account, try to do all that stuff. So it's important that, like, you keep fighting, man, because nowadays, you know, I'm going to be turning 28 this month, and it's just so important that, like, you maintain that fighting spirit, because the way the economy is right now, a lot of people are losing themselves. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are unhappy. A lot of people are just, you know, they've just lost that fighting spirit. And my job here with Live Free Effects is to help you maintain that fighting spirit, whether it's in trading, whether it's in life, because it's like, to make it, it's not easy, man. The road you got to climb a very, very difficult road. But if you stick with it and you climb that road, the future is yours for the taking. The future is yours for the taking. And I want each and every one of you to just keep on striving to be the best version of yourself, because when you can be the best version of yourself, you can have a greater impact in the world. You can have a greater impact on the people around you. And that's really what it's about, man. That's really the joy, a life of service, you know. But if you have nothing to give, it's likely because you haven't made an investment in yourself. So continue to make those investments in yourself. Continue to fight for the things that you believe in and the life that you want. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to continue to trail my stop so I can continue to secure something on the trade here. And this is what you call active trade management. You protect your capital and you protect your profits. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move my stop loss, going over to active trade management, because right now it's like, I'm done. I don't care if price stops me out. I don't care. I don't mind, but I just want to take or secure every last little bit of profit that I can. If it was still later or earlier in the session, I might, you know, I might be a little bit more hesitant, but right now, knowing that, you know, it's past my session time. It's 17 minutes past the time that I normally should be still trading. But since I already took the trade within my session, you know, I'm okay to hold it. And right now, as price is trading and about to hit my target. We're up about 6 grand in this overall position. I can't complain. So I'm pretty grateful for what the market has given me right now. We can see that, hey, we're getting a little bit of a push. More buyers are coming into the market. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to exit. I'm going to take out, take my trade and just, and just walk away Let's see what the candlestick does. Let's see if more buyers. You know what? Screw it. Boom. There you go. So, and that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you found it insightful. In this video, like I said in the beginning, don't focus on the profits that was made. Focus on the execution and the process that allowed me to get the outcome that I got. Because once you can do that, right, the sky is essentially the limit for you. I believe in you. I'm cheering for you. And I hope you're out there living free. Cheers.